My favorite topic.
Sergeant's just said there's no sign of the money tab. Maybe we need to activate it to get the super chats going. We'll look into it, buddy. We'll definitely look into it.
Because I thought we solved that, but whatever. We'll
I
figure it out
thought we did. Yeah, we'll figure it out. I thought we did, but yeah. Anyway, latest WBD and Zaslav news. I know how we all love talking about Zaslav, Big Daddy Kane up there in WBD. Phil, you go ahead and take this one, man. He gonna make me throw up in my mouth again. Yeah.
Oh boy, guys. I am so tired of talking about this company and this CEO, but it is what it is.
Brothers Discovery is going to be splitting into two companies.
No.
That is the reason that I'm here. Not an unexpected outcome, perhaps, from any of its shareholders, of course. It was on May 8th that I'd reported that such a split was near, and that announcement is now occurring. Warner Brothers Discovery is going to be splitting into HBO Max, its streaming service, along with its.
So basically, in layman's terms, they're getting a divorce. And why are they getting a divorce? Because maybe the spouse is too much in debt, and the other spouse don't want nothing with it. But here's the problem: if you split two companies, someone is going to have to take all that debt.
Mm-hmm.
Someone's going to have to keep, and someone's going to have to keep all that garbage.
You know, I equate WBD to like a degenerate gambler. They just like, hey, I'm gonna put it all on this. I'm gonna always bet on black, and they just keep doing it. And every time they do,
here's the thing too. I mean, if anybody's been paying attention, everybody saw this coming. This is something that even Mikey Sutton back in the day, God rest his soul, spoke of, that they were going to sell again. They were going to split. So I think that's what we're seeing happen here. I think that's all playing out right in front of our eyes. So shout out to Mikey Sutton up in heaven right now, because he was right.
This was them.
Yeah, their stock right now is 1,003 pennies. For anybody that's interested, if they don't know what that is, that's $10.03. Everybody, $10 whole dollars. I thought I'd break it down in pennies to kind of give you a.
Oh yeah, we love pennies. Don't we?
How can you legitimately say and think that you are dunking on somebody with 1,003 pennies, dog? You can put all of that in a pillowcase. A sock, man. I'm just saying, bro.
You don't need a whole pillowcase for that, man.
You need a sock. You can put it in a sock.
No, you don't need, you need a sock, dude. It won't fit. Like, I tried the whole thing. Like,
did you?
Yeah, remember I had the whole bucket right here.
Yeah. Right. So their stocks are at $10.03. They've gone down 0.43 or whatever the heck. I didn't check. I just checked it now, but so yeah, Zazzy, there was a vote. When was it, Phil? Like 2 weeks ago?
A couple weeks ago now, yeah.
A couple weeks ago. To reject his bonus or whatever it is, raise or whatever they're calling that. Now, this is the first time that this has happened in what? How long has he been here? 3 years? 2 years? 3 years?
No, it's
more or less.
Years.
Yeah, like 3. We're going for almost 3
years. Yeah. So I will never understand the concept of paying a man that much money. I really wonder what these guys actually do. Like, what does this man really do?
Other than going on TV and take pictures with other celebrities on basketball games and all that,
right? Because it's the people below him that actually stitches these deals together and all of that good stuff. So I often wonder what this guy actually did.
Thank you for reminding me, director. Let me pull that up also.
Yeah, go ahead and pull up Netflix right quick.
Yeah, and there's no point in hell I'll ever own a Netflix stock. That is.
little too
That
high.
is unattainable. It's unattainable for
Is
me,
it over?
at
Is
least.
it over $1,000? Look at that. $1,212.15 for one share.
And how much is that in pennies?
And they had
What is
done
that?
a stock
They
split.
did a
This
split,
is following a split as well, where they
This
like,
is-
you know,
Yeah. So I mean, I don't see how people can brag and be that grandiose about a company. And I was explaining to these guys weeks ago. To me, a stock report like this is like a report card or a progress report. So you know how you got quarters just like
Yeah.
school. You got every quarter. This is it's a progress report. It's a report card that says how you are doing and where you are. This is not a good report card.
this is you're getting held back. This is we'll see you again next year.
This is exactly in the same grade. Yep.
Yeah.
That's what this is.
But here's
So,
the
yeah,
thing: how does he still make the money that he does? You know, with all the debt that the company is in, how does the company justify paying this man what they pay him?
Well,
Oh,
they don't now
that-
because that's why it got rejected.
Well, no,
So
his raise got rejected.
No,
He's still
his
getting paid.
raise, he's still getting paid his raise. So it says Zaslav's 51.9 million paid. So it was lower than that. I think it was lower by like $10 million or some crap like that. And then he basically got a raise. They rejected it. So is that official now? Is they're not giving him this raise, correct? Is that done deal?
Well, this is from June 3rd. All right, hold on. Let me
Just type in, did Zaslav get his raise or not?
I
And
was
a little
gonna say,
AI
it's
will come up on
Symbolic.
yeah.
Because like I'm pretty sure, like,
Because he
Gordon-
still may get it. Yeah, because he still might get that. Yeah. I think they were just showing their dissent and saying, you know what, we really don't want to give you this money.
Yeah.
We don't. I'm just letting you know you're gonna get your money, but I want you to know that all of us here, we don't want to give it to you. So
He gets paid more than Disney. Bob Iger, doesn't
the
he?
Disney CEO,
Yeah.
yeah. I think Bob Iger is in the double digits, just not as high, right? Where is he at?
Yep.
All right, here it is, Charles.
He made something like 49.7 million in 2023.
That's what
And
it
now-
was. Yeah.
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 And now he's trying. They're trying to raise him up to 51. What was it? 51.9 or something like that.
51.9 million. Yep.
And so he got it regardless.
He got it
That's
regardless,
what-
didn't
he?
he?
Got it
Yeah.
regardless. But at
Yep.
that point, it's like you're already making so much money. Like, what do you even do with all that?
It's a symbolic. Yeah.
But that's Warner Brothers. I think he's doing exactly what they want him to do, which is just bleed it dry before the sale. Like
That's
Yeah.
been what we've been saying for a long time, and it'll all go back to James Gunn because I've been
Money
saying for a long time
laundering.
that Gunn was a plant, and it seems like people are finally picking up on this narrative. I've noticed, but I've been saying it since day one. Gunn was put in there to take DC to Marvel, to take DC to Disney. That's why he's there. That has always been the plan.
There's
And
Bob
Zaslav is letting it happen.
Iger. Dude, Zazzy makes more than Iger.
Mm-hmm.
That's insane.
That's insane.
Right there. Yeah, 49 million. 51.
Okay, not that much.
Zazzy.
Yeah, they're not there. They're all in the double digits, pretty up
So yeah,
there.
so Zazzy makes 10 million more than Iger.
It's
Yeah.
incredible.
Paramount's just killing it.
Yeah, 87.
Insane.
Yeah.
it says it includes his severance package worth 69 mil. So
That makes more
Wow.
sense. I was like, that's crazy.
Who's got
Like-
80?
like-
What do you see? What?
But it's like that's
Holy
what I'm trying to say
crap.
is that at the end of the day,
Yeah.
does this symbolic vote even mean anything? Nothing's gonna change.
No.
Right?
yeah, it's just more rot. By the way, it's
I
just
think it was just that vote was just to send a message, to Zazzy
Yeah.
that we don't like what you're doing, you know. But hey, listen, like I said, the split's gonna happen. Fine, it is what it is. But one company, one of those, because it's two new companies, two IPOs. One of them will thrive, the other one will fail. That's just the reality. There's no way, because the problem is like on the video said right here is that the linear TV is the problem. not the movies. It's the linear TV. So you separate that. The linear one might be the one that doesn't survive. The movie studio, we'll see, depending who buys it. You know.
Yeah. What were you about to say, Katie?
Yeah, I was just saying because they said the TV takes on the bulk of the debt, and it's his friend who's taking over that side
The
because
CFO.
the CFO because he
CFO.
gets 20% stake in the streaming
Yeah.
though, and so he gets 20% stake in streaming because he's gonna get paid once they actually get bought. Because they're saying right now they're seeing whether or not they'll be able to merge with one of the other two streaming services. It's either going to be Paramount or Peacock. And so if neither one of them want to merge with them, then they're going to have to sell it. And they were looking at Apple or Amazon.
I was hearing Comcast.
Really?
That's what I was hearing. But
Really,
I mean,
you got Apple and Amazon, huh?
That's what we were.
That's what they were speculating, but it was all
Well,
speculation.
maybe that's why they're doing the screening of Superman through Amazon Prime and all that shit. Maybe
that is a
I don't know.
good connection.
Oh,
That might
yeah.
be, you definitely might be onto something.
There have been rumors of them trying to sell for years now, like since we started the channel, and it always kind of fell flat. I wonder if it was because no company wanted to take on that enormous amount of debt.
But yeah, and since now they've split, it looks a lot sweeter.
Yeah.
Here's another article that I wanted to share with you guys before we'll move on to the next topic. But I didn't get it in too deep on it because I saw this a little too late. But the headline itself pretty much says it all. They're going to be reviewing the same problem, the same issue that was AT&T. Because remember, this is going to be the third sell.
Yeah.
First, it was Warner Media,
Mhm.
Warner Bros. Discovery, and now this one. If you think
Yeah.
the third one's a charm, I don't
Have
think
at
so.
it, Hoss. But yeah,
Because I said one company will fail and the other one will survive, but you can't have both. That's just the reality. That's how I at least see things. But we'll see what happens. You know, all I say is while it's closed July 11th.
Yeah.
You know.
Hashtag Henry Cavill Superman.
All right. So